peeps, back again. So I'm 5 miles in. I'm now coming down the canal towpath in Barrow. So I've got about 3 miles left to go to get home. But, as usual, it's absolutely calm as anything down here, which is good to see. I've just seen the kids in Proctor's Park getting ready. The school children around here come out and they canoe and everything down the canal here, which is good. It's good to see the kids getting out at school time and doing something useful. Normally it's just they're stuck in the computer room or whatever, but for them to come out and do something as an activity, I think it's great. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so like I say, I'm doing this challenge, March in March, 10 miles for Combatstress, and like I say, I'm going to do 10 miles a week, so I should rack up about 40 miles at the end of this, all in aid of Combatstress. So if you can donate, there will be a link in the description here. Like I say, cost of a cup of coffee, about £4, isn't it, I think. If you can donate that, really appreciate it, or as little as you like. The thing is with charities nowadays, they want big money, don't they? A lot of the charities want big money. I was involved with a charity where we raised £6,500 in 3 days, and had this wonderful new director of income generation come into the charity, and she turned around and said £6,500 wasn't worth the effort of 3 days. Now, when all of us were volunteers, there wasn't anyone being paid, and we were raising £6,500 for a charity. That's when I gave up with that charity. But charities nowadays are really struggling, so whatever you can throw their way, as little as you need to. Don't bankrupt yourself. If you can chuck in £1 or whatever, then fine. But you sit on the telly all the time, don't you? Where if you donate £40, you can save this child's sight or whatever. Well, £40 isn't something that people can dig their hands in their pockets and donate, is it? So if you're going to donate a £5 and it helps, surely that's better than nothing. So like I said, what we're going to talk about now, well, what I want to talk about is the state of the world today. What an absolute, in the words of Clint Eastwood, clusterfuck, excuse my French there, this world is. It's absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? You got Mr. Trump that's decided to bomb Iran. Now my thinking on that is, when you've got a hornet's nest that's just lying there and not doing anything, not causing any issues, you don't go and poke it, do you? You don't poke it. The other thing there is, Iran was in a war with Iraq for what was it, 8 years? Do you think this is going to be an easy thing? I don't think so. But on our side, the UK, it really showed how ill prepared our country is, especially on the forces side. We've cut back the forces left, right and centre. Now on Friday I went to our veterans hub in Loughborough, and we were sitting chatting about it, and we had a couple of Royal Navy lads that used to do the Armilla patrol down in the Gulf. That doesn't exist anymore. That's why we've now got HMS Dragon. Might take a week for it to get itself loaded up, prepared, and then ship itself down there. But it's going to take it about a week to get there as well. So it just shows how ill prepared this country is when it comes to defence. We've had the issue with Ajax. It's a £63 billion project. Pile of crap, not fit for purpose. And they're on about scrapping the project. Let's just throw £63 billion down the toilet, shall we? What a bunch of idiots we have as our leaders. And don't get me on Starmer. Starmer, unbelievable person. Yeah, he's now sort of trying to cuddle up to Trump, and Trump's not interested. He's not interested at all. When he wanted Mr. Starmer to support him, he wasn't there. And in one sense, I've got to agree, it wasn't our war. Yeah, we didn't have anything to do with Iran, did we? Yeah, we didn't have any beef with them. It was mainly down to the US and Israel. And the fact that Israel's involved makes it even worse. It really does. As soon as you get Israel involved in any Middle East conflict, that's it, it all goes to rats. But yeah, Britain as a whole, yeah, you look at this and it's an embarrassment, let's be honest. It's a total embarrassment. But the only thing that isn't an embarrassment is our armed forces personnel that are serving today. Yeah, you, ladies and gentlemen, have got my 110% support. You really have. You're trying to do a job and you're being turned over by the leaders that should be supporting you. It's ridiculous. I'm just going to wait here because I've got a load of dogs coming through. How you doing, bud? You alright?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, not bad. At least it's dry, that's the main thing, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Hello, love.
Yeah.
But like I say, the armed forces personnel of today, you've got my 110% support, because you haven't got anyone that you can rely on as far as the leaders in this country. And it's disgusting, it really is. You know, you're not getting the equipment you need, you're not getting the support you need, you're not even getting the defence that you need to defend yourselves in a place like Cyprus. Now I posted a short video yesterday, I think it was, when I was out in Cyprus. I was there in 1980 with the UN. Yeah, and even the two sovereign base areas, yeah, they were known as a sunshine tour. Yeah, you didn't go out there to suddenly find that someone from Iran's going to send missiles and try and kill you and your family. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. Yes, we need to defend excuse me, defend these places, and we need to do it quick. So, Mr. Starmer, get off your backside, you and your other politicians, and get it sorted. Yeah, stop going on about trying to chase veterans for something that happened 50 odd years ago. You need to worry about what's happening now, and what's happening now is your leadership is being shown as the, excuse my French, shit show that it is. But anyway, it's going to get a bit noisy now going down here, because I've got several weirs and so on to pass over. So I'm going to stop there. Like I say, if you're new to the channel and you're considering subscribing, please feel free to do so. Yeah, I'd love to hear from you. And if you do subscribe, just drop me a little note and say, hey Nobs, it's me from such and such, and I'll reply back to you. But to all out there, please take care, stay safe, and as me and Keith always say, let's tab.